What's up, guys? We are back for Road to Top 10, Episode 6, where I climb the ladder trying to go for, rank 10. I'm using a different team. It's balanced. And I was testing it because I like to get casual matches before I actually start recording, so I know what I'm doing with the team. And I'm kind of, I'm not upset, but it sucks that I just lost to a last turn crit. It was a really good battle. The guy was outplaying me, definitely, but I did what I had to do to win. And it was my Hippowdon versus his Garchomp last, and he crits me with Outrage. His Garchomp was toxic, and I went for Slack Off, and I would have, won, been able to stall him out. But he crits me with Outrage last turn, and he won the game because of that. So, really sucks, but whatever. I'm motivated now to record because I want to get my points back. I'm currently at, I am at, it was this dude. Just hacks the crap out of me. Doesn't matter though, it's part of the game, I can't complain. I'm currently at 1857, number 30, and let's see if we can, get some battles and climb the ladder. Thank you everybody for the continued support. If you can continue to leave those likes, those comments, really do appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are all enjoying this series, actually more than Wi-Fi battles, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna pause it until I find a battle. And so I found a battle. This time I am playing a pretty offensively based team. Gonna be able to show off some cool sets this battle, which is pretty nice. I'm thinking he's probably gonna want to lead off with Deoxys. I don't think it's actually Hazard. I think it's like Life Orb, 4 attacks, something. I don't know why I said 3, but yeah, it's gonna lead off with Hippowdon because it is PK, who's not smiling for some reason. Okay, as he ends up leading off with his Deoxys. I know that I can take one Ice Beam. This mon, I need it for Bisharp, but I also have Keldeo for Bisharp. Kind of need it for his Aegislash too. Anyway, I just want to go for Earthquake because I can break any potential stash. Turns out he is most likely a dual screens Deoxys. I'm not entirely sure right there. He ended up going for Taunt. Leftovers, interesting. Is this like a Taunt Toxic stalling set? Took that Earthquake pretty well. I don't know why. Why didn't I switch out into Aegislash? What am I doing? I have a pretty solid switch in, but at the same time, I didn't want him going for knockoff, so that makes sense. His Aegislash will actually be pretty nice in this battle. Do a little bit of work to his team. So, to go out to his Thundurus, I have a pretty safe switch in, which is my Ampharos. I am specially defensive, so I can eat up any one hit he wants to go for. And looking like I will be able to get off that defog later on in the game, so not really too worried. Right here, he ends up going for the Nasty Plot, and that's a bit annoying. Just gonna go right for the Volt Switch to. I don't want to Mega Evolve because I don't want to take an HP Ice, so I'm just gonna go right for the Volt Switch just to get off some damage on this thing. This is a pretty annoying. This guy just has interesting mons, but he ends up going out to his Aegislash though. Interesting play. Do I agree with that? No, not really. But in any case, gonna go on to my my Hippowdon, and what I can do right here is go right for the Earthquake. Yeah, I can go right for the Earthquake. I can even go for Toxic, but I have no reason to go for Toxic because whatever he goes out into, I can live a hit from and get off a Toxic in the following turn. So, gonna go for the Earthquake as he ends up going out to his Donphan. That's fine by me. As you guys can see, I do have Toxic, so I can definitely weaken this thing as he ends up going for the knockoff. Which is, a bit annoying that I lost my Stealth Rocks. A bit annoying that I lost my Leftovers. Right here, I don't think I lose anything by going for double Toxic. Even if he stays in and goes for Earthquake for whatever reason, I can just slack it off in the following turn. So I'm gonna go for that double Toxic as he ends up going out into his Gyarados. So good thing that I got that thing, checked. And what I am gonna do is go out into my Skarmory because I can take this as an opportunity to defog away his hazards, as well as if I want to, I can Whirlwind him out. But I'm thinking I'd rather just defog as opposed to Whirlwind him out. So going to Skarm, I do have a Rocky Helmet, so I'm really not too worried about what he wants to do. Ends up going for the Dragon Dance, Mega Evolving into Mega Gyarados. That's fine by me. Like I said, I do have the Rocky Helmet, so I will be able to wear him down turn per turn with not only the toxic damage, but the damage from my hat. Ends up going for the Taunt though, which is interesting. Definitely interesting. Gonna go right for the counter, expecting him to want to go for Waterfall right now, as he couldn't really do much from there. Unfortunately, he flinches. If you guys didn't know though, counter is considered an attack, so that's why I'm not taunted right there. Bit unfortunate that he flinched me, but honestly, it's okay because I'll lose my Skarm, but he lost his Gyarados, so didn't really need Skarm for much other than much more than that. So I'm gonna go out into my my PK, expecting him to want to bring in his Thunderous. It's good that he went for knockoff because he won't be able to knock off me later. So he ends up going out to his Aegis Slash. Interesting, because I'll be able to slack off right here any attack he wants to go for, being the Shadow Ball. And what I can do is go for my rocks, expecting like the King Shield right here. Actually, he might just predict. I'm going to go for slack off again, predicting him to want to go for Shadow Ball, as he unfortunately gets a Spadef drop on me. So, yeah, just going to go for the Earthquake again. I don't care if I lose Hippowdon in the following turn. I'd rather knock out Aegis Slash. I have Keldeo for Bisharp and Donphan, so don't really need my Hippowdon as much. It was basically, because of that Spadef drop, he got off a lot of damage on me, but I didn't really need it too much more from basically after that. So I'm going to go right for Toxic just in case he wants to go for Nasty Plot again. Getting a bit greedy. Not really greedy, he hasn't gone for Nasty Plot once. He'll probably just go right for the Hidden Power, but yeah, I'd rather get off this Toxic on this Thunderous, as it is a threat to me. I could switch out an Aegis Slash, but Aegis Slash baits in Bisharp. I do have sub on Aegis Slash, so I'm not really too worried about it, but yeah, I don't want... I'd rather try going for a Toxic just in case he goes for a Nasty Plot. And if I nail this Toxic, if I actually get it off, I'll be in a good position. So, ends up going for sub. Okay, this is threatening. Gonna go out into my Ampharos, because what I can do is eat up any attack he wants to go for. Ends up going for, obviously, the Nasty Plot. Now, this is a bit threatening, definitely. So, just gonna go for Dragon Pulse to be able to break his sub. This guy has really interesting sets. Taunt Gyarados, Sub Nasty Plot Thunderous. Standard Aegis Slash. I don't know what type of Bisharp he has yet. But, yeah, I should be in a decent position right here. This is actually a really big threat to my team. Wow. Unfortunately, I don't have Unaware Conflatable. I have, you know, Magic Guard. So, would have been nice to get up rocks. But I didn't really go for it. Did I? Not really. I didn't really try and go for it. So, gonna try and go right for the Dragon Pulse right here, as this guy's taking his time, so just gonna pause it until he makes a move. Alright, he ends up going for the T-Bolt, gets a crit, which is annoying because I would have been able to live another one after that. Gonna Mega Evolve though, and go right for the Dragon Pulse, expecting another T-Bolt right here. Mega Evolving means I got the Dragon type, so I would be able to live his attack, and I was able to get off that D-Pulse, and I'm just gonna go right for the safe Volt Switch. I lose nothing from it. I'm sorry that I say that a lot. Somebody did comment that I say that a lot, but if I don't lose something from a move, I want to make it clear that I don't lose anything from a move, right? So he ends up going for sub. I think that was the wrong play, as I can just go out into my Hippowdon and get up the Sand, which will be able to knock him out. At the same time, Clefable could have lived a +2 T-Bolt and knocked him out with the Moonblast, which was kind of my plan right there. But either way, ends up going out to Bisharp. Just gonna hit him with an Earthquake as he survives it. If he's running a Life Orb, I honestly expected leftovers, because everything on his team has leftovers. I'll be able to take a hit, so I'm gonna go for Stealth Rocks just in case he wants to go for Sucker Punch for whatever reason. He ends up forfeiting though, so let's go and look for another battle. That was a really interesting battle. He had some cool movesets that I knew that Pokemon got them, but I wasn't, you know, expecting them. So it's always cool to have little tricks up your sleeve. I got a Snapchat. Ignore. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it until we find a battle. Alright, so we found a battle versus a pretty interesting team. I don't think I have a bad matchup, just because I do have Toxic on Aegis Slash as well as a bunch of my Pokemon, so should be able to beat this team. Not beat this team, but do well versus this team. So just gonna lead off a PK, who is still not smiling. Just gonna hit a timer on this guy. I'm gonna pause it real quick because I just gotta do something, but I'll be right back. So sorry about that, just got called for a second. But ends up leading off with a Zoomeril. Gonna switch out into my Skarmory. I feel like he might be the guy that wanted to go right for the Belly Drum, but ends up going for the Waterfall. I can't do much versus this thing at the moment, so just gonna go for Roost, expecting him to want to switch out into Heatran. He might also go for Belly Drum, predicting my Stealth Rocks. These are all possible plays, but if I get back at full HP, I'll be able to work from there. So I have to go out to his Heatran. I think Ampharos is honestly a safer switch than Keldeo, just in case he has Toxic. He's on a balloon, so I'm kind of expecting that. So I'm gonna go on to my Ampharos, just because I don't want him to, I don't want him Toxic or burn my Keldeo for that matter. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and what I can do is go right for Volt Switch. I don't think I lose the least from going for that, because Volt Switch means that I can break his balloon. He did end up having the Earth Power, but now I can go onto my Keldeo and proceed to go right for the Secret Sword from there. He might have Protect. I could go for Toxic, but I'd rather go for Secret Sword first if he does have Protect, and then I can go for Toxic after that. As I'm thinking that either Azumarill or his Dusknoir will want to come in. Okay, so he ends up going out to his Dusknoir. Like I said, I don't really want Ampharos being burnt, but I mean Keldeo being burnt, but I'd rather get off a Toxic on his Dusknoir than anything, as he ends up going for the Wisp. And obviously someone heard me because he misses the Will-O-Wisp. That's a bit unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about that. But now I can go into my Ampharos, because I am Rest Talk, as you guys can see, and getting off this Toxic on this annoying wall will definitely be helpful. So ends up going for the Will-O-Wisp. If I'm not sure if he has Shadow Sneak or not, so just gonna go right for the Rest right here. If he does have Shadow Sneak, I won't go down apparently. Ampharos just coming through, as I am able to get off that Rest. And what I can do is just go right for the Sleep Talk. If I get Volt Switch, it puts me in a good position. And yeah, unless I don't think I'm slower, I'm faster, just because Mega Ampharos is super slow. So I do end up getting Volt Switch, as he ends up going out into his Ferrothorn. Now I want to go on to my H-Slash, because it means I get up a free sub versus this Ferrothorn, and I'll be able to get off a Toxic on the Mandibuzz. I'm not talking about right now, talking about later on when Mandibuzz ends up coming in after Ferrothorn either gets up some hazards or even goes down if he wants to knock it out. He has Knockoff. That is, you are cool. That's all I can say to that. That is pretty cool. Gonna go for, I'm gonna go for Sub again, just in case he wants to go for Leech Seed, as he does end up going for that Leech Seed. And what I can do is get off this King Shield, as he's more than likely going to want to go for Knockoff, and I can get that attack drop on this Ferrothorn. That's pretty cool, though. Unfortunately, with Knockoff on Ferrothorn, you have the 4-move Slot Syndrome, which means, like, I always want to have, like, 5-6 moves on Ferrothorn. Gyro Ball, Protect, Leech Seed, Power Whip, Stealth Rock, Spikes, and now Knockoff would be cool, but yeah, I can't really do too much about that. As what I can do now is go right for the Shadow Ball, and you know, maybe I'll get a Spadef drop, as that will help me beat this Ferrothorn 1v1. So what I'm going to do again is go for King Shield, expecting a Knockoff. Even if he wants to switch out, oh my god, I keep hitting my mic, I'm sorry if you guys hear that. Even if he wants to switch out into Mandibuzz, wow, Mandibuzz, I'll be able to get off a Toxic in the following turn, which will allow me to beat this 1v1. As he ends up going for the Whirlwind, most likely, yeah. So he ends up forcing me out into my Michael Fable, which, can I just win with this right now? I think I might be able to just win with this. I'm going to go for Calm Mind, because I don't lose too much from it. He has his Aegislash of his own, but Flamethrowers will be doing some work to that. So I'm going to go right for the Calm Mind. Actually, he does have this Aegislash. I don't need to set up too early. Well, Calm Mind allows me to take hits from Aegislash, so I'm going to go for the Calm Mind, as he ends up going on to his Aegislash. Now, I'm going to go for the Calm Mind again. I don't want him being Weakness Policy, though looking at his team, I don't think he is. He might even be an Iron Head variant. I'm not entirely sure. These guys are running pretty cool sets. I'm going to go for Flamethrower. I don't think I lose too much unless he has Weakness Policy. And he is Weakness Policy, so if he has Flash Cannon... Oh, I burnt him. He doesn't have Flash Cannon, though. He has the Shadow Ball, so that means I would have been able to beat him 1v1 even if I didn't get the burn right there. Expecting like a Shadow Sneak right here, I am going to go for the Soft Boiled. Is that a risk worth taking, in all honesty? Is that a risk worth taking? Going for that? I'm going to go for it. As he ends up going for the Shadow Ball again. Okay, so yeah, I guess that wasn't really worth it. As he'll probably reveal the Shadow Sneak right now, if he has it. Kind of unfortunate he got the Spadef drop, as I would be able to beat this 1v1 and I wouldn't lose too much. Actually, I lose. I'm pretty sure Moonblast will be able to knock him out. Yeah, he does reveal the Shadow Sneak right here, and what I am going to do is go out into my Keldeo and go for Protect first. of course, just to take the Shadow Sneak. And from here, I can go for the Scald. I probably should have sent up another Calm Mind with Clefable as opposed to going for Flamethrower, because as you guys could tell, I figured that he had that the weakness policy. When I see teams like this, you know, it's not as hard to expect some items. But he ends up going for the Shadow Ball right there. I'm grateful for that because I won't be losing too much damage. And now he goes on to his Azumarill. Azumarill's a problem. I'd rather just go out into PK and get off the Sandstorm just in case he has a Belly Drum set, as he ends up pulling a double into his Heatran. So this is a favorable matchup for me. I can go right for my rocks. Actually, no, I'm going to go right for the Earthquake just in case he wants to go out into his Ferrothorn. I don't really know if he... I don't know how much Earthquake would do, as... I don't remember if I'm running any attack on this, but he ends up going for the Lava Plume. Doesn't get the burn, as unfortunately the lag activates right there, and I went for Stealth Rocks. As you guys saw, I clicked Earthquake, but it didn't really work out for me. So, gonna go for the Slack Off, expecting him to fear that Earthquake right now, and most likely go out into Mandibuzz to want to defog it away. But I'm okay with that because that means I don't have to defog, and Skarmory gets his Sturdy, etc., etc. So, are these guys talking about my ranking? Is it 1877? I could just do slash ranking, but I'm pretty lazy. Is it 1877? Oh, okay, cool. 1877, not bad. Pretty close to 1900. Which means that the series will be ending soon, guys. The series will be ending soon. So, ends up going out to his Ferrothorn. Leech is annoying. Leech is definitely annoying. Ampharos, as I will be able to, you know, get off a Volt Switch and get on out of there. He's going for that Leech Seed, of course, and Ampharos means that he really can't do too much to me, barring like going for that knockoff. So I'm gonna go right for the Sleep Talk right here, as I still have one more turn of sleep, if I remember correctly. Let me just scroll up a bit. Yeah, I have one more turn of sleep because he definitely went for the Shadow Sneak. I went for Rest, and I definitely went for Sleep Talk after that, as I lost nothing from it. So ends up bringing in his Azumarill. If I get Volt Switch, that was a poor play on his part. As it turns out, his Azumarill is more than likely a Salt Vest. So yeah, I don't agree with that play at all. Yeah, like Azumarill is gonna be going down soon. So don't be a random with Scarf Azumarill. Oh, no, Scarf Azumarill wouldn't even be able to outspeed me. Okay, I'm in a safe position, guys. I'm good. So I'm gonna go right for the Scald. Wait, I don't want him living that. Okay. I don't. Dude, I'm sorry, but I'm recording right now, so I don't really want to battle anybody unless I'm playing them. So ends up going out into his Ferrothorn. I believe I have a safe game with Hippowdon. Hippowdon just stalls up the rest of his team, so just gonna go for Secret Sword, as I can possibly knock it out. He says good game right now. Not gonna say it until all 6 of his Pokemon are down or he forfeits. So yeah, just gonna pause it real quick, as I gotta fix this stupid laptop. It's like, what is it doing right now? How do I describe it? It's like it's falling off the table. Okay, one sec. And he ends up forfeiting. So it's another battle done. And the ladder is just taking forever to load. So let's look for another battle, and I'll pause until I find one. Oh, the irony! I just got the guy that wanted to battle me. So that's cool. Yeah, that's definitely cool. Because now we're able to play. I'm honestly expecting him to want to lead off with his see, if I lead off with Aegis Slash, I'm in a bad position because of Landorus. That's a threat. And if I lead off with Keldeo and he leads off with Deoxys, that's also a threat. But I'd rather just lead off with Hippowdon, because it is generally a good lead. I'd rather lead off with Aegis Slash, actually. Unless he leads off with Landorus, I'm in a decent position. So just going to start the timer on this man. Just going to start the timer on this man, as he ends up leading off with his Heatran. Not the worst for me, as I'm thinking, I don't see any, I'm not sure what type of Heatran this is. I don't want to go for a King Shield and have a wasted turn, so I'm going to go on to my Ampharos, because I can take a potential, you know, Flamethrower right there, and I can just Mega Evolve right here and go right for the Dragon Pulse. I don't think I lose too much by going for Dragon Pulse. I'm not sure if he has Earth Power. I don't think he does, because he's more likely packing Leftovers. He might have Toxic. So just gonna go right for the Dragon Pulse, just in case he wants to bring in his Landorus. as it is a huge, huge threat to this team. Alright, so I don't I don't like it when everybody talks so much. That's why I try a ladder at times where I don't think anybody will be on. I mean, I don't mind people, but is there a way to turn off this chat room? Disable animations, don't show TMs, temporary notifications. Ignore spectators, give me that. Does it not activate? Does it not activate until... Ooh, there's a damage calculator. How did this guy get the damage calculator to be right there? Oh my gosh. I hope... Hurry up and lose the timer. Just kidding. Yeah, how do you do that? Did you just do slash rank? Let me see. Slash damage calc. So, as I go out to his Azumarill, what type of play was that? I guess expecting a Focus Blast, but that was... I don't agree with that play. Whatever, I can go out into Skarmory, and Skarmory should be able to do a little bit of work this battle. Not really. He has everything that beats it. But Skarmory should be able to take this thing on 1v1. And from right here, I might be able to win with my Clefable if I get up like 3 Combines. So he ends up going out to his Heatran, predicting that Skarm. I really don't agree with any of these plays, in all honesty. I guess he was scouting the T-Bolt. He keeps out. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to get annoyed, but it's just... I don't know. But in any case, just going to go right for the Dragon Pulse right here, as I should be able to hit the Landorus if he wants to come in. Why would you want to stay in with a Heatran? And he stays in with his Heatran trying to get a burn, so I don't know if he understands. Okay, I'm gonna go for Dragon Balls again, as oh my god, let me just tell him it has Focus Blast, dude. Why are you staying in? Okay, alright, so what I'm gonna do right here is go for the Dragon Balls. Hopefully he takes that. Obviously Ampharos learns Focus Blast, but I'm gonna go for Dragon Balls just in case he wants to go onto his Landorus. As what is all this stuff going on? Can I ignore Battler too? Is that an option? I'm sorry guys. I mean, like, obviously I'm like laughing, but yeah, finally he goes out to Landorus. That should have been done like 90 plays ago. As LOL Kanto, what are you talking? Oh my gosh, I want to see. Who are you talking to? Show me right now. He lies, don't believe him. You know all I know, so not bad. Alright, let me ignore spectators again. And see, I need Ampharos. I don't really have a solid switch into Landorus. It's a pretty big threat. Kind of want to predict him to predict my Skarmory though, but at the same time, is that really worth the risk of not being able to knock him out? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Because I can't risk switching in Skarm. I won't be able to get off a Defog. So I'm going to go out to my Caldone now, as I'm able to go for the Scald. And Scald has a chance to burn basically everything that he has. I needed Ampharos for Thundurus, but I do have my H-Slash as well as a Powdon to eventually take it on. So getting off that damage on Landorus though was definitely nice for me. So he ends up leaving his Landorus. I guess he doesn't want to risk Azumarill also getting burnt, which makes sense. And see right here, if he is Belly Drum Azumarill, I'm kind of in trouble. So I kind of want to predict him to double switch or something. So I'm gonna go for Toxic right here, either expecting a double switch or a Waterfall or even a knockoff. I'm honestly not expecting him to want to go for Play Rough, as I do have Skarmory, as I have shown in the back, and I kind of have to make plays because his team has such a huge advantage versus mine. So yeah, I'm gonna pause until he makes a move. Alright, not. He ends up going right for that Play Rough though. I guess that didn't really work out for me in any case, but I was able to get off the Toxic on a huge threat to me, so I'd rather have risked my Keldeo right there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to predict certain people. No offense to those certain people, but as I go out to Thundurus, I do have my Hippowdon that I can safely go into, as he ends up going for Nasty Plot. So if he has Grass Knot, I think I lost at this point. If he has HP Ice, I'm in an okay position, but yeah. He ends up going out to Scizor though. Interesting play, as I can go out into my Skarmory, as he ends up going for the SD. So what I want to do is go for counter. I am expecting a knockoff right here. I knew I'd be able to live that, and counter will be able to knock out this huge threat to me. So able to definitely knock out that threat, as I'm thinking that, okay, thanks. I'm thinking that his I'm gonna go for Defog. Yeah, because I had to go for Defog basically, as now it gives me the free switch into my Hippowdon, kind of in the back like I said, but not too bad. Gonna go for Earthquake right here. In all honesty, I don't know what he's whatever. It's not that I'm frustrated with the battle, I just don't understand certain plays by certain people. Then again, it's, you know, it's whatever. So I'm gonna go for Earthquake right here, as I'll be able to get off do something. Let's see. Temporary chat preferences. Suppress. 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 Work. Please. Suppress chat. No! No! It didn't work, but I was able to knock out the threat, as he ends up going on to his Azumarill. So now I'm gonna go on to my Clefable, because I kind of need a Hippowdon to be able to wear down. Actually, Earthquake. Definitely going for Earthquake, because I can live the choice banded Waterfall, and I think I only need my Aegislash to win. Not entirely sure though, but in any case, gonna go for the Earthquake again, as he ends up going for the Waterfall, which will be able to you know, knock me out. But now I can go on to my Clefable, and I need to go for the Calm Mind, which means he'll go down to the Waterfall. I'll be able to take this rather well, and the Sandstorm damage plus the Toxic damage, I said he'll go down to Waterfall. Sandstorm damage plus Toxic damage will be able to knock him out, as now he's gonna go on to his Thundurus. Kind of want to calc a +1. Is my best play going for Soft Boiled? I'm gonna calc something. I'll be right back. So I ended up getting a crit on him with the Moonblast, which honestly did not matter, because I had Aegislash to be able to knock him out with the Shadow Ball. But in any case, he's able to knock me out with the T-Bolt, as now I have to go out to Aegislash, and what do I have to do right here? Obviously I have to go for Shadow Ball, but not entirely sure, because I am gonna go for King Shield, obviously, just to get back up to a good amount of HP. He might have T-Wave. He might have T-Wave right here, so I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball just in case he wants to go for that T-Wave, as he ends up going right for the as he ends up going right for the T-Bolt. And honestly, in that position, I might have gone for the T-Wave, but in any case, he's going to go into his Deoxys. He's going to go for King Shield just in case he wants to go for the knockoff, but he ends up going for Hidden Power Fire, which I know that I can live, and I'll be able to knock him out with the Shadow Ball. So yeah, that was a very interesting game. That was a very interesting game. It was kind of frustrating, in all honesty, because as you guys can tell, I was a bit frustrated. It's not... Okay, let me explain myself before people get confused. I'm sure people are going to be laughing, but I don't know. I myself am a risky player, definitely, but okay, I guess his plays with Heatran, Azumarill, and Landorus made sense, because he doesn't really know what Ampharos does, and that's where him and I differ, because I know what I know what a lot of Pokemon do. So I can expect common sets or weird sets or different sets. In any case, I'm glad that the Focus Blast lie worked, by the way. But yeah, that was a very interesting battle. Guys, I'm 1900 now, which is cool. I am, well, it hasn't updated, but I am number 17, so closing in on top 10. This was pretty. Did I ever face one standard team besides the last guys? That Azumarill switching kind of... I'm just gonna say I got predicted. I got predicted every single turn right there, okay? I definitely got predicted every single turn. Anyway, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed me being confused. And this top 10 episode 6 in general. Leave a comment. And until next time, guys. Oh, before I actually go check out Chimpack. He's doing a road to top 10 in RU. I'll be leaving a link in the description. Great channel, great battler. I love his content, so go check him out. Definitely will leave a link in the description. And until next time, guys, later.